All right, so you're ready to book Holy Simchas events for your event. So here are the procedures. First of all, you clear with us that the date that you're wanting to do your event is available. Then, and when I say check that the date is available, I don't mean check and then check later an hour because, until somebody has been in conversation with us and said, okay, I'm ready to book this date, and send me your details, and then I send them the details for a bank transfer, a bit transfer, and then they transfer a deposit to hold the date. Unless they're doing that, say, within a half hour, then we're not holding a date. We begin holding the date once the transfer the deposit has been given. And it's a good idea to check with us, just within an hour of making that transfer, that we're indeed cleared for you for that date. Because sometimes people call and then they say, well, we have to check with somebody else. So we have to check with, whether the venue is available or the husband or wife are all on board. And that process sometimes can take half an hour, but sometimes it can take a question of days, especially if somebody's out of town. So it's always important to check right away, right before making that transfer deposit. Once the deposit has been made, send a screenshot of that deposit, and we'll give you a confirmation that your name is in our calendar for the time slot of your event, and preferably we'll put now also the location of the event, and which person from the Holy Simchas team management system, is going to be who's going to be the team manager for the event, the Holy Simchas event team manager. So if it's Rivka Adina, if it's myself, L.E.K., and then once we've got that, we generally have time to prepare for the event. So that's just a confirmation, and it's also good to confirm at that point, if possible, which package you're taking. So generally speaking, we have 3 packages, depending on the size of the party and how much attention you want at the party. Okay? So if it's a 50 person party, 100 person party, or 150 person party, these will kind of determine which packages we recommend taking. And if it's a 50 person party, then just one of us as your DJ / activities manager will generally be sufficient. If you're having 100 people at your party, generally we try to send a 2-person team. And if it's a 150 person party, we try to send either a 2-person team with some extra attractions, or potentially even a 3-person team. So that's basically to let you know the size of the packages that we suggest in our experience for optimal, fantastic fun and meaningfully memorable smachot. Okay, so there's that. Okay, so the next thing is, if Rivka Adina is your event manager, so I will send you her number. You guys can set aside a time, and then start talking about the schedule, the style of music, and any other special activities or attractions that you're going to be having at your event. And that's basically the procedure. Besides that, you should get a message from me, especially if this is a bar mitzvah or bat mitzvah, about the format that suggested that you bring for your slideshow presentation. Some game show questions, because the game show is a very, very good back pocket activity that we sometimes do at bar and bat mitzvahs. So we'll give you game show questions and instructions on how to fill those out, which you'll send back the answers in the format that they're asked for back to me, if I'm your event manager, back to Rivka Adina if she's your event manager. And then you'll schedule a call, and at that call, you'll go over what kind of music you guys want. You'll build the schedule together, find out if there are any other vendors at that event, and it's good to send a picture of your family, especially of the Chatana Bar Mitzvah, the Chatana Bat Mitzvah. It's good to send the invitation to us once you've got that. And then constantly keep looking at the, just remember to make sure that it's in your calendar. If there are any changes in anything, like sometimes people have changed the date of their event or changed their venue, it's very important to notify us and to get confirmation from us that we've changed that in our calendar. When I say very important, I mean it's critical. There actually was a time where people neglected to tell us that they were changing the date of their bar bat mitzvah, and we showed up and there's nobody there. And I don't know what would have happened if they changed it to make it a date earlier and didn't tell us, but they made it a date later. So that was kind of a waste of our time. So we want to avoid that. What else is important? Beyond that, it's, if you'd like to make the call with us earlier and get our input, not just in planning the schedule, but also in terms of the vendors, because you decided that you want to work with a Holy Simchas vetted vendors team, then that's a great idea. And we can help, point you in the right direction in terms of catering and photographer and other attractions. If you want to have magnets or balloons or a magnet station, photo booth station, or basically anything. I'm not going to name the long list of attractions that we have vetted vendors to provide you with. Caricature artists, magicians, everything you can imagine. So that's a different call. If you want to talk to us beforehand, and it's highly recommended to, once you've got us, to pick our brain and ask us to put together a whole Holy Simcha event for you, not just having us as your DJ and MC, dance motivator, party pumper, but to have us kind of like the manager of the entire event. And I think that covers all the bases as to what to expect once you've decided that you do want to go ahead and hire Holy Simchas as your DJs, MCs, party pumpers. Okay, hopefully that helps. And if you have any further questions, feel free just to WhatsApp me 054 777 5306.